I'm 42 and I'm dancing on TikTok. So obviously at some point I stopped caring, you know, what people thought was cool.
We are sitting in Osteria del Bianco.
Of course we are. I'm not going to try to say it.
It's no Applebee's.
No, it's fancier. This is awesome.
You knew I was going to make that joke.
I knew. It's okay, though. It's a good joke.
What's your drink? Black coffee?
Black coffee.
Straight
yeah,
up.
When I eat at tables with tablecloths.
It's black coffee.
Black coffee. Yeah.
Walker Hayes, thank you.
Hey,
can we
for
toast our
cheers.
coffees?
Yes,
yeah,
let's
cheers
do it.
to that. Good morning.
I need it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You just came from the
Awesome.
Today Show Plaza.
Nuts.
Where you performed for the first time.
No.
You're having a year.
I am.
There's this little song, Fancy Like, that people might have heard of.
Yeah.
I said we fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
It's been 18 years you've been trying, right?
Yeah. It's been a long, you know, journey to here, which is why, you know, on mornings like today, most of the time I spent on stage, I was really having a hard time to focus on lyrics and remember words because I'm just looking around at all these people and they're singing
like, pinching
along.
Yourself?
Oh yeah,
Like, what am I doing here?
Totally. My family, you know, is against the wall. They're about to come up and dance, and we're all pinching ourselves. I've got band members that I played restaurants with 12 years ago.
Thousands of people, by the way, watching you.
Yeah, it's just...
And you're touring,
it's surreal.
too.
I'm 42 and I'm dancing on TikTok. So obviously at some point I stopped caring, you know, what people thought was cool.
Right.
And
but then ironically, that
became cool. Yeah, who would have thought? You know, I think my team, maybe they might have been like, I don't know, you know, but with COVID, we were at home, you know, and that's all. I didn't have any cool shows to post about. I didn't have any cool clothes. I didn't have any award shows.
So you're just dancing with your kids.
I just was like, look, this is what I'm doing at the house.
And that's all real, right? Like, people might think, oh, he probably did that just to make a hit. You can't make something go viral.
When TikTok was brought to me, I was like, I just figured out Instagram. How am I supposed to do a TikTok? You know, Leela and I just... The most fun we have is making them up and learning them together. And she teaches me and we laugh. When Fancy Like came out, that was just her on a Sunday saying, Dad, it needs a dance.
On the porch, right?
Yeah. We did 2 takes. Mom posted, we just posted 1. Came back from a run and I was like, whoa, Leela. I was like, look, we got like 60,000 views. And she goes, no, Dad, that's 600,000. And I was like, man, I didn't believe it. And then that night, it hit 1 million easy, and it kept going. It has been the biggest blessing. I mean, my daughter and I, we'll have that forever. You know, she and I will look back and be like, you remember that day we posted that video, and then the whole world just started doing this dance. I mean, what a precious thing to share.
Yeah. I want to go back. I want to understand a little bit of the evolution. You're one of 9 kids, is that right?
I'm one of 9 kids, blended family. Both
Alabama.
My parents. Yeah.
You go to college. The way I heard it is you pick up a guitar at some point, like in high school?
Yeah, I picked up a guitar in high school. I didn't like really get good at it. I just picked it up because it was cool. So Lainey and I met in 11th grade, and she was a senior actually. So I caught her. I mean, right there. And but she was headed off to college. I followed her to Birmingham Southern College.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Started out as a biology major and switched to piano out of nowhere.
What?
I know.
Were your parents like...
Totally thought I was crazy. I was in the summer of my sophomore year in college, I took a piano lesson. I took it was like an intro to piano for people who have messed around on the piano class. Graduated with a degree in music, no anticipation that I would do it for a job or anything. Went to sell real estate with my dad. And about my 2nd month after having my license, he booked me a gig, and it changed my life. I mean, I was terrible. The gig was terrible. I played one Friday night. I was frightened. I just fell in love. It changed my life.
What was it? Was there a moment?
I have no idea.
Like...
It wasn't the applause, but it just felt so good, you know. And I called Lainey on the way home, and just said, hey, you know, what do you think about moving to Nashville? And she was gung-ho.
Wait, you dropped that on your girl, your fiance at that point?
That
you just
night.
what about Nashville?
Totally, and you should have heard, I mean, I dropped it on her parents at dinner with them.
Well, what did Lainey say?
She said yes, but you know, we were young, and dreams, you could just reach out and grab them.
Yeah.
We got in a U-Haul and drove it from our honeymoon to Nashville.
So have some coffee. So when you get there, you get to Nashville, do you immediately start writing songs and working for people, or is it a slog? Does it take like years?
So I just went to open mic nights, and I realized that, oh, these people aren't singing covers. Because I would show up at open mic nights and be like, oh, I'm going to sing Drift Away.
Yeah.
And then I'd chicken out and leave because everybody sang songs they wrote.
Yeah.
So I showed up at the Bluebird one night. I played some songs I had written, and the crowd laughed. You know, they were funny. And so the crowd laughed, and I became obsessed with that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lainey could attest to this. I started writing songs when I left the Bluebird that first night, and I haven't quit.
I've talked to a lot of people on the drink, and the common theme among all of you is somebody dumped you. Somebody said
amen.
No. Somebody said you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
Did that all happen to you?
I've heard it all. I mean, I've heard your voice is mediocre, your songs are mediocre.
Were there some years where things just were really hard?
Yeah, I mean...
You're working at Costco, right?
Career-wise, the toughest season was probably, I was working at Costco, and again, every successful person has this story. They were so kind. They hired me really fast. I worked in the cooler stocking produce. So like it's super cold. Worked a jacket every day, and just stocked it from 4 to 11 every day. And
in the morning?
Yeah, I would stock the cooler from 4 to 11. Then I would go and write songs, and then we'd play shows.
And you'd be drinking a lot,
all day. Yeah, I was an alcoholic. I started drinking when I was 13. So that's drinking was always there.
Yeah.
I came home one Saturday from Costco, and I just thought, if I drink another drink, it's over. I mean, that's the only way I know how to describe it.
Your health, your marriage?
Health. Yeah, I just felt I was so tired, and I truly it's almost like I detested it one day, which is a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I wouldn't have quit.
And you were able to just...
I mean, we had our moments, and support, and then after that,
you have a song called AA. So
yeah.
I assume you've been
I
there.
do go to AA. Yeah. Yeah, but I've had a lot of support, and it's just honestly by the grace of God. But that was 2 years prior to us. We lost a child. We lost our 7th child.
I'm really sorry.
What we gained from that loss is priceless. I mean, it changed our lives. It changed my wife and I's perspective. Just the fragility of life, the brevity of life, how precious it is, how precious our kids are that are living. That moment, that led me to Jesus. And
it's a big part of your story.
Now that's all, that's really all I care to share.
Is having your family around essential for you to keep rising?
So the first 2 months of Fancy Like blowing up was really hard for me because I was so accustomed. We just came out of COVID.
Yeah.
So I was spoiled. I was with my family all the time. I was a little bit homesick. And so I said,
because you're out touring then.
Yeah, and I told my label, I told my publisher, I said, guys, you guys will probably get paid back. This is a big song. You're going to have a good paycheck. Everybody's going to be compensated for investing in me. I think this isn't what I want to do. I don't want to do this forever.
Wait, you said this isn't...
Well, I wasn't going to walk. I just was like...
You were going to dial back.
It was kind of like a careful what you wish for, oh my goodness moment. And thank goodness they were able to help us get a bus, even if maybe it was a little early for that, but we got a bus.
Are you about to open an Applebee's in Nashville?
I don't know. I don't know if I can disclose the ultimate plans for that, but
is that a possibility? Is it a possibility?
It is a possibility. Yeah, it is a possibility, and I'm gung ho for it. Honestly, it started out as an April Fool's joke. Somebody wrote an article.
Seriously?
Yeah. My
like
manager,
a fake article,
in
like,
April,
he's going to open
yeah,
Apple.
somebody opened up an article that said that I was tearing down some record shop and putting up an Applebee's. And,
so just to be clear, are you in conversations with Applebee's?
Oh yeah, we're trying. I mean, it would be awesome.
Can I do some rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
If you're not singing country, what do you sing?
If I'm not singing, I'm a rapper at heart. Yeah.
Best advice you ever got?
My dad used to say, people judge you by how you treat people who can't help you.
Your best advice to a struggling songwriter?
Your first 100 don't matter. Songwriting is a muscle. It's just like working out. You have to do it daily. And, you know, eventually the great idea with your skill level will match up and you'll produce something very special.
Is it true you say, hey, to get yourself going?
Before my show, I go, hey, like real loud, because when you're singing, you want to sing and project like if you're, somebody told me this. They said, act like your kid is going out in the street and they shouldn't, and you want them to hear you. There you go. You did it right.
Walker, thank you so much.
Cheers.
This is so great.
Good stuff.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.